नमस्कार दोस्तों, स्वागत है आपका के न्यूज़ 24/7 में। तो चलिए देखते हैं आज की हेडलाइंस। थाईलैंड्स पिता सेज वॉन्ट गिव अप पीएम बिड डिस्पाइट पार्लियामेंट लॉस। Thailand's Pita Limjaroen Rat has said he would not give up on his prime ministerial bid after losing in a parliamentary vote for the premiership, where he was 51 votes shy of the required threshold. Pita said on Thursday that his party would re-strategize to gather the required support to win the next vote on the premier, which is expected to be held next week, and which the 42-year-old politician can contest if nominated again. Pita is the leader of the Progressive Party that won the most votes in Thailand's general election on May 14. He was unopposed in Thursday's contest but could not muster the required support from Thailand's 749-member bicameral legislature, with a host of abstention and votes against him. Pita's 8-party alliance controlled 312 seats in the lower house but needed 375 votes to be able to form a government. When voting concluded, Pita won 322 votes, including 13 from the 249-member conservative-leaning upper house, which was appointed by the military after a coup in 2014. How the Delhi flood issue is becoming a political cesspool where common man is drowning. Delhi flood is turning political, with Aam Aadmi Party leaders blaming it on the high discharge of water from the Hathinikund barrage in Haryana, while the centre is countering the same, saying the barrage had its own capacity to stop water and it is not a dam. Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal on Thursday conceded that there is no reservoir where water can be stored upstream and hence water has to release. It seemed by today evening water may have started reducing, the CM said. Yamuna water has entered Delhi's ring road between IT1 and ISBT, Kashmiri Gate, and inundated many other low-lying areas of the national capital, with Yamuna water levels crossing a record 208.5 meter. Though there was no rain in Delhi this week. Sharad Pawar and Maharashtra politics, Shakespearean tragedy. Maharashtra politics often resembles Shakespearean tragedies, but on Sunday, July 2, the echoes of Julius Caesar suddenly grew loud and brilliant. Having turned on the television to see his nephew, Ajit, and 8 others of his party take oath, Sharad Pawar, one assumed, must have muttered "E tu Brute" several times. By joining forces with the Bharatiya Janata Party (BJP), this politician had stabbed him the back. As Nationalist Congress Party (NCP) chief, Pawar had ensured the rise of some of these leaders. He had lifted them from the block level and ushered them into state politics. Their betrayal expectedly has dire consequences, for at last another year, Pawar, an 82-year-old veteran politician, will again have to toil night and day. His own nephew has rebelled against him, and this revolt threatens the dogged reputation Pawar has built over the 60-odd years of his storied political career. After gaining cabinet berths in the Maharashtra government, Ajit had submitted to the Election Commission (EC) affidavits from 40 NCP MPs and MLAs. Who have sworn him their allegiance. On July 5, Ajit announced he was elected NCP president on June 30, but strangely, on July 3, he told reporters that Sharad Pawar was still the party's president. Pawar, for his part, has asked the EC for forbid Ajit's faction from using NCP name and symbol. BJP losses Jungle Mahal North Bengal grounds in TMC wave birth. Suvendu gets rural poll booster. Although the ruling Trinamool Congress (TMC) led by Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee swept the West Bengal Panchayat election, its outcome seemed to have a silver lining for the opposition in some pockets of the state in the run-up to the 2024 Lok Sabha poll. Notwithstanding the large-scale violence and alleged electoral malpractices that roiled the state in the 3-tier rural polls, the TMC registered a landslide victory, winning 100% of Jilla Parishad, 92% Panchayat Samiti, and 80% Gram Panchayats. In the election to the Gram Panchayats, the lowest Panchayat tier, the TMC won 2,641 out of 3,317 GPs as against the principal opposition BJP tally of 230 GPs. Sridharan's high-speed train proposal to benefit state. Kerala BJP. Kerala Bharatiya Janata Party Chief K. Surendran on Wednesday signalized a softening in his party approach to a rapid mass transit railway system for the state, saying that alternative high-speed railway proposal mooted by Metro Rail expert E. Sridharan will benefit the state. The BJP unit as well as Sridharan, a national executive member of the party, has opposed the state government's semi-high-speed rail project named Silver Line, citing environmental damage, displacement of people and financial impracticality. Sridharan on Monday submitted a note to the Chief Minister's office recommending changes to the Silver Line proposal in order to make it feasible. After his meeting with Sridharan, Surendran told reporters that high-speed trains were essential for Kerala. So in the context, Sridharan has recently talked about an alternative proposal to Silver Line which will involve lesser land acquisition, minimal environmental damage and without troubling the common man be able to run fast train. Certainly it's very important for Kerala. It is the dream project and I understand that it will benefit the state. China-based hackers breach email accounts at State Department. Hackers based in China recently broke into email accounts of at least two major US government agencies, Microsoft and US officials said. Spokespeople for the State Department and Commerce Department each confirmed Wednesday that email accounts of people in their agencies has been breached. Microsoft said approximately 25 organizations were part of the hack. The other organizations that were breached have not been identified. Neither agency said how many individuals were affected. The Cyber Security and Infrastructure Security Agency CISA, the federal cyber security watchdog, announced Wednesday that it first learned of the hacking campaign in mid-June. The campaign lasted around a month. Top Chinese officials met with leaders from the State and Commerce Department around that period. China's Commerce Minister Wang Wentao met in the US with Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo and Trade Representative Catherine Tai on May 25. Secretary of State Antony Blinken met with Chinese President Xi Jinping in Beijing on June 19. The Washington Post and the New York Times reported that Raimondo's email was compromised as part of the breach. NBC News has not confirmed those reports. Microsoft did not name any of the affected countries or agencies, but said that the group primarily focuses on hacking Western government to spy on them. Microsoft said it worked with CISA to kick the hackers out. Sen. Mark Warner Deva, head of the Senate Intelligence Committee, said he and other committee members were closely monitoring what appears to be a significant cybersecurity breach by Chinese intelligence. Marathwada region has lowest number of MBBS seats in state. Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar, Marathwada has 850 seats available in government-run medical colleges, which is the lowest MBBS course intake capacity among all regions in the state. The Vidarbha region of the state has 1150 seats available for MBBS course in government-run colleges, whereas the rest of the Maharashtra region has 2850 seats. The highest shows the data available with the National Medical Commission. The Marathwada region, considered to have a substantial educational backlog, has 6 state-run medical colleges, including newly set up colleges at Parbhani and Osmanabad. Dilip Deshmukh, the chief coordinator of SET cell of Rajashri Sahu Junior Science College, Lattur, said setting up medical colleges at Hingoli and Jena and increasing the intake capacity of the existing medical colleges could address the educational backlog of Marathwada. Why Mukurthi National Park in news? Mukurthi National Park is located in the western corner of the Nilgiris Plateau in Tamil Nadu. It encompasses an area of 7,846 hectares. Initially it was an IBA, Important Bird Area, but was later declared as Wildlife Sanctuary in 1980 and further a national park in 1990. The UNESCO World Heritage Site, formerly known as Nilgiri Tar National Park, was established with the primary aim of conserving its keystone species, the Nilgiri tar. The park is also renowned for its diverse flora and fauna, including the majestic Mukurthi Peak. Mukurthi National Park is home to a remarkable variety of wild species, many of which are endangered or vulnerable. The park's flagship species, The Nilgiri Tar finds its stronghold here, benefiting after the conservation efforts. The Indian elephant, an iconic and charismatic species, also roams these protected lands. Other notable fauna includes the Nilgiri langur, Bengal tiger, and bonnet macaque, each playing a crucial role in maintaining the park's ecological balance. Delhi's largest interstate bus terminal at Kashmir Gate flooded, services suspended. Delhi's main interstate bus terminal at Kashmir Gate experienced flooding and had to suspend its services due to the rising water level of Yamuna River. Buses from other states are now not allowed to enter the bus station. The latest data from the Central Water Commission, measured at 3 pm, indicates that the water level has reached 208.62 meters at the Old Delhi Railway Bridge. This steady flow has been maintained for over 3 hours now. However, it remained 3.29 meters above the danger level and surpasses the previous 45-year record of the highest flood level, which was at 207.49 meters. National French Fry Day is here. History, significance, and more. National French Fry Day is celebrated in the United States on the second Friday of July, which falls on July 14 this year. Known by different names such as French fries, chips, finger chips, or French fried potatoes, they are universally loved and enjoyed worldwide. Previously celebrated on July 13 each year, National French Fry Day has now been moved to the second Friday in July starting from 2023. The significance of this day has been shifted to align with the name Friday. AIFF ups spend on national teams cuts I-League cost. The Rs 134.33 crore budget of the All India Football Federation AIFF approved in Bengaluru last week is an increase of nearly Rs 49 crore from last year, with commercial partners due to pay Rs 50 crore as per the 15-year agreement from 2010. AIFF has factored in increased contribution from FIFA Asian Football Confederation and the Union government to make up for the most of the shortfall. From Rs 7.30 crore last year, AIFF expects Rs 16.21 crore as FIFA grant in 2023 and 24, according to the budget of which HT has a copy. The projected amount from AFC is 9.10 crore. It was 2.8 crore last year. A nearly four-fold hike in government grants for national teams up to Rs 24 crore from 6.56 crore in 2022 and 23 has been projected. Russia says F-16 jets in Ukraine will be seen as nuclear threat. Russia will regard Western F-16 fighter jet sent to Ukraine as a nuclear threat because of their capacity to carry atomic weapons, Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said on Thursday. We will regret the very fact that the Ukrainian armed forces have such system as a threat from the West in a nuclear sphere, Lavrov was quoted as saying by the Russian Foreign Ministry. Chandrayaan-3 launched tomorrow. The two moon missions compared. India's third mission to the moon will take off on Friday at 2:35 pm. The missions aim to achieve what its predecessor could not, land softly on the lunar surface and explore it with a rover. A successful soft landing will make India the fourth country after the United States, Russia and China to achieve their feat. The position remains vacant after the missions from Israel and India in 2019 crash-landed and the spacecraft carrying a land rover from Japan and a rover from UAE failed in 2022. While the objectives of the mission remains the same, scientists at the Indian Space Research Organisation (ISRO) have learned from the previous mission. The lander design was improved after a series of tests to see how it performs under various circumstances such as inability to reach the landing spot, failure of electronic or sensors, velocity being higher than needed among others. Chandrayaan-3 launch. Countdown begins for India's third moon mission from Sriharikota. India's upcoming moon exploration mission Chandrayaan-3 will position the country as the fourth nation to successfully land a spacecraft on the moon, showcasing its process in executing secure and soft lunar surface landings. The countdown for the launch of the Chandrayaan-3 mission began on Thursday, July 13 at 14:35 IST, ahead of takeoff on Friday from the Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota, Andhra Pradesh. Sriharikota is an island off the Bay of Bengal coast in Andhra Pradesh. Sriharikota houses one of the two satellite launches center in India, Satish Dhawan Space Center, while the other is Thamba Equatorial Rocket Launching Station in Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala. ऐसे ही और न्यूज़ को जानने के लिए जुड़े रहिए के न्यूज़ 24/7 के साथ।